and I'll start with the Cardinals. Despite what they're saying in Arizona, the relationship between Kyler and the organization, the front office, it is all but broken. Now, it was funny because I was talking to Ed Smith, who's also on the Bleav network, but does a weekly radio show in Arizona. He was like, they're hugging, they're saying all the right things, but I think what they're going to do is cave for Caleb, quote unquote, because I see this organization day in, day out, and it's not good. Things are not good there.
Of the teams that Caleb Williams realistically could go to, what are the top 3 best fits in your guys' mind? You could give them all 3 if you want, or we can go like down the line like we do.
It's hard to say just because like when you're drafting a guy, that high, there are probably not a good team right now, but there's teams that I think, could maybe trade up for him. Mm-hmm. I think honestly the Dallas Cowboys would be a good fit. Wow. If they like have a mediocre season and like they have not seen, enough from Dak, maybe it's time to part ways and trade up and see what they can do to get him. I think the Bucs are a good fit. I mean, we've discussed that before. They're kind of like in a weird transitional phase right now with either Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield. There's still some good pieces there. You got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. If they're still on the roster, I mean, those are great targets to throw to if you're a young quarterback.
And Wirfs and the whole defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else you want to throw out? They threw out the Raiders, just to recap.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Raiders are a nice pick, for their brand. Going to Vegas, kind of trying to rebuild that historic franchise. I mean, they've got Devontae Adams, Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't necessarily see him as like a franchise, moving quarterback. So, he's kind of a placeholder. I think the Raiders are a good fit as well.
Nice. Toss, any 3 teams you want to throw out
I think for the Raiders, like, can we see 1 year where things feel not chaotic for them before I say that?
That'll never happen.
That's
Raiders.
It'll never happen.
I agree with you just from like the other components that you mentioned, but from the football standpoint, outside of having Adams, sure. I'm not entirely sure that's the best.
Look, you bring it amongst yourself when you move your team to Vegas. That's
dude. But they've been chaos from our lifetime. Like it's always something nuts going on over there. Like the Hayward Bay pick over Crabtree is like just from like a drafting standpoint, something I remember. Like the first 3 rounds, like the Abrams gone, Ruggs, like it's all just chaotic.
I mean, when you have an owner that has a haircut like that,
yeah,
it's meant for chaos.
Yeah.